Hey Aries, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your March 2022 tarot reading. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate to you, that's awesome. And if not, it's not your message. And if you want to check out my official social medias, you're more than welcome to. That's going to be linked down in the description below. So welcome on in, guys, and let's see what we got going on. Starting out with the current energies for Aries throughout the month of March. What current energies do we have here for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout March 2022. I definitely feel your energy coming through quick, so let's go ahead and start off. First card out, what do we got? And we got here a Six of Pentacles. Okay, I like that a lot for you. Very grounded, very balanced kind of card. Talks about equal give and take. Moving forward from that, we do have here the Four of Swords. And then looking at the last card for your current energies, we have here a Two of Pentacles. So, taking a look here so far, a lot of earth sign energy surrounding you. You could have a earth prominent chart, or maybe you have an earth energy in your chart somewhere, but overall I'm definitely sensing in your month lots of grounding happening here for you. Now the Six of Pentacles to the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is a great card actually to come up in this situation because it talks about meditation, contemplation. You've basically been thinking, Aries. You've definitely had a lot of time to think here. So starting out in the month of your March, you're really taking some time here to be patient with yourself, to think about what it is you want, what you want to align with your future, how you want to handle certain situations. I'm definitely seeing you being very grounded and looking at your life and having a really good plan of how to go about everything. So it feels like you're very planned out, you're very concise, you're very clear about what it is you want. I also feel as well that you have a great schedule going on surrounding you. It feels to me like you're very organized, so that's really good to see. Now we also have here a Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is an interesting card because it does talk about potentially feeling a little iffy about something. So I think that what's happening here, guys, is you felt a little iffy about some situation in your life, and therefore you want it to start to get more organized. You don't want these, kind of weird feelings with the Two of Pentacles. You're not interested in feeling one way or the other. You want to feel grounded, you want to feel comfortable, you want to feel balanced. So I think that coming into your month of March, you're basically removing right now whatever's kind of throwing your life out of whack, whatever's kind of throwing your life out of balance, okay? You're making sure you're coming to a really grounded space. Tell me about this Two of Pentacles though. What has been throwing Aries out of whack? What has been making Aries kind of unbalanced? And what do we have? We have here the Empress. Wow. Could be potentially a child. If you have a child, possibly, maybe it's a newborn, could have been very difficult for the first couple of months, it always is, so maybe that it's been very hard, taking care of your newborn for some time, but coming into the month of March, maybe it's getting to that point where things are starting to calm down a little more, you're getting a lot more adjusted. So if you're a new mother or a new father, congratulations. There might have been a lot of difficulties at first with a newborn child, but it takes time to get adjusted, so you might actually be finally getting adjusted here coming into your month of March. Maybe it's kind of like the 6-month mark, or you're getting closer and closer to the 9-month mark. This could be the energy of like, all right, I'm getting the hang of things, I'm getting the hang of being a parent, So if so, congratulations, it's always a wonderful feeling. But regardless though, the Empress here is usually a situation that talks about being really in tune with you, being really in tune with your highest of good and where you want to grow in life. I think that the Two of Pentacles is kind of hinting that you've been in unbalanced situations before that weren't actually helping you grow. You were in situations that were keeping you stuck. And I think that your month of March is all about realizing, I don't want to be stuck anymore. I don't want to be anywhere in my life that's not taking me anywhere good. I genuinely want to remove right now anything that's keeping me trapped, that's low vibrational, that's making me unhappy. I want all those things out of my life so that I can transition to a life that's more grounded, a life that feels good and stable. So I definitely see you guys harping on a lot of security here moving throughout your month of March as well. Let's go ahead and see what you're dealing with here. What are my Aries going to be dealing with coming up in March 2022? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout their March 2022. What do we got? And we got here the Justice card. Very nice. Could be dealing with a Libra. Moving forward from that, we have here a Queen of Cups. And then moving forward to the rest of it, we have a Page of Cups, a Page of Pentacles, and lastly, the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, I like that a lot for you. Wheel of Fortune coming out here I think is going to be a really good omen for you guys. So, let's have a look here at what you're dealing with. First things first, the Justice card to the Queen of Cups. On an emotional level, I think you recognized that you needed to set things straight. It feels like emotionally for the past couple months you might have been going through some sort of emotional roller coaster. Maybe for the past couple months you've just been dealing with a lot going on in your life. So that really could kind of talk about what the Two of Pentacles was talking about originally, how it said your life was kind of up, down, and all around. Maybe on an emotional spectrum you kind of felt not that stable. It felt like an emotional roller coaster. You might have just had so much happening all at once. I definitely feel coming into the month of March though, you're reaching calm waters. Like life is going to get a lot less hectic for you than it's been in the previous months that you've experienced, you know, especially going back to the fact with the Empress here, if any of you guys are new parents, or becoming a parent for the first time, you know, it's definitely hectic for those first couple of months, but now things start to reach more calm waters as you get the hang of everything. So I do feel here, for those of you that have dealt with an emotional battle, that emotional battle will be coming to an end in March 2022, which is overall really great news. Happy to see that for you guys. So there's a lot of balance here, a lot of emotional groundedness when it comes towards feeling okay, being in a good place, and having stability, and just being in an overall good mood and good energy. Now we have here a Page of Cups, and that's also going to be followed up here with a Page of Pentacles. So also based upon what you're dealing with being mindful of what you're giving your energy to. Now Aries, with the Two of Pentacles, in the past, you were probably giving your energy here to things that were not really worthy of your time. Two of Pentacles is a pentacle, right? Pentacles can represent time, they can represent finances. So this is the energy that you gave your time to something that was not genuinely worth it. So maybe in your past, you gave your time to a relationship that wasn't worth it, to friendships that weren't worth it, to toxic drama that wasn't worth it. Maybe you gave time and effort to a job that just really didn't deserve you. And I think that in your month of March here, it's like, I can't keep giving my time right now to things that aren't worth it for me, that aren't giving me a positive return. So with the Page of Cups here to the Page of Pentacles, you decided to invest yourself physically and emotionally into everything that is going to provide for your higher good. Now looking at the last card that we have here, based upon where things are going, we have here the Wheel of Fortune. And this is an awesome card to see because the Wheel of Fortune is a game changer. This is the card of fortune, of course, but it's also the card of massive changes happening in your higher good. Everything's changing for you, Aries, this month as you're applying yourself to make things change. Essentially what's going on here is that everything's changing, Aries, because you are being the change in the month of March 2022. That Two of Pentacles, removing yourself right now from energies that are just not stable, is going to be a massive game changer for you, and especially in regards to your mood is going to be in such a positive and really great place. So as far as your month is coming along, I really see you outgrowing a lot of things right now that are just not serving you anymore. I see the release of a lot of things that just don't serve you anymore. You know, for those of you that have dealt with a really dramatic and really emotionally draining relationship, chances are that relationship's coming to an end. If you've dealt with a very up and down friendship, that friendship could be cycling out as well. And even if we're talking about family, sometimes relationships within the family sector could be incredibly up and down and difficult. Maybe you have finally decided to remove yourself from that, you know, because even though family may be considered blood, at the end of the day, if even a family member is too much for you or just is not healthy for you, it's okay to remove yourself from them. So that's what I'm seeing here so far. It's definitely the removal here of some sort of unstable situation in your life. And with that instability removed, you're in such a better place, okay? Let's go ahead and see where things are going for you. Where are things going to be going for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus during March 2022. Where are things going to be going here for Team Aries? And what do we have? We have here the Eight of Cups. Yep, so like I said, you're walking away from whatever was unstable over here. Moving forward from that, we have here the Star card. Awesome. So keep in mind, the Eight of Cups is a card of walking away from something in order to walk towards something new. What you're walking towards here, Aries, is the Star card. Okay? That means you're walking towards something wonderful. The Star is about alignment. Now, where you're aligning to, I'm not necessarily sure, but I can definitely say with confidence, you're aligning to something in regards to your higher good. You might be aligning towards an Aquarius for a few of you. If you went through a breakup, there might be an Aquarius in your life who's pretty interesting. I wouldn't rule out going for them. I might give them a chance. Just saying, if we're talking about love for a second, Aries, if there's some sort of Aquarius in your life, and you're really interested in them, and they seem pretty cool, I say give it a shot. I think it might be worth it in the end, okay? But also, moving forward, based upon where things are going, we also have here a Seven of Cups, we have here the Queen of Swords, and lastly, we have here the Seven of Swords. So, Seven of Cups, Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords. Remember how in the beginning of the video, I kept telling you guys that in the month of March, you're just going to be really organized, you're going to be very clear and concise on what it is you want? That's where this comes into play. Seven of Cups is an energy that can talk about confusion. You know, I don't know where my life is going. I don't know where this situation is going. I don't know what to do. Now, Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, that's about taking action. Now you're figuring stuff out here, Aries, okay? The Queen of Swords is about getting clear and concise. I don't want to be lost, Seven of Cups. I don't want to be confused, Seven of Cups. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to remove myself, Seven of Swords and Queen of Swords, from everything that isn't serving me. So that's where things are going for you. Coming into your month of March, the overall message anyways is you kind of detaching yourself right now from things in your life that are unstable, that are causing you unhappiness, that are causing you distress, that are causing you uncomfort, right? Or discomfort, excuse me. This is the time to remove yourself from all of that. And when you do that, as I mentioned, it's a game changer. You're going to be feeling so much better, detaching from low vibrational things or just situations in your life that aren't stable in the first place. So like I said, guys, you're reaching calm waters. Now, for a few of you Aries, this month might not need the removal of anything. You know, maybe something kind of just comes out of alignment with you. You know, like I said, for example, for some of you Aries, if you're new parents, you know, and you've been raising your child for the past couple months, the first couple months are really hard. Maybe you're getting adjusted this month. So it's not like you're removing your child from your life. It's just more so of things are getting easier. You're reaching calm waters. For another group of you, man, I can't speak today. For another group of you Aries, this could potentially be about removing somebody that's just been causing too much toxicity in your life. If so, that would be you taking action, and that would be you removing an unstable situation. But for another group of you Aries, there could be this potential thing happening where you haven't physically removed someone out of your life, but it's almost like the universe does it for you. So that's something that can happen this month as well. So if you notice that randomly a friend kind of stops talking to you, and you're like, that's weird, haven't heard from them for a while, they've been kind of MIA, and then they kind of like slowly but surely get out of your life, chances are that could be the universe's way of showing you that rejection's God's protection. So if you notice that people kind of phase and cycle out of your life, trust me, this isn't by any sort of mistake. This is something that's happening purposely right now to make room for better people to come in. So Aries, if you've realized that you just kind of fall out of alignment with a friend or fall out of alignment with somebody else, most likely that's the universe's way of making room for somebody better to step in the next coming of months. So don't take anything personally this month as well, is something I could say to you. If you realize that you just phase out with people, you cycle out with people, it's all for more room to be made for better things to come in the months ahead. So keep that in mind, okay? Alright guys, let's go ahead and see what your guides have to say coming into your month of March here. What do the guides have to say? Are there any dire or important messages coming in here from Aries Spirit Guides throughout the month of March 2022? We have here the Emperor. Okay, that's an Aries card. We also have here the Page of Wands. Moving forward from that, we have the Hangman, and the last card we have is going to be the Fool card, which is yet again another Aries card. Wow, the Fool card is absolutely gorgeous in this deck. I don't know about you guys, but I love that. That's awesome. So, let's have a look at what your guides are saying. The Emperor here to the Page of Wands. Aries, this month in March, it's time for you to really just do what's fun, really do what you're interested in. You know, this is the time right now to say, okay, my life is the top priority. I am in full control of what I do with my life, what I do with my actions. I'm in full control of how I want to live my life. And if I want to live the best life, I'm going to definitely not let anything that interferes with that stay involved. So I feel like what your guides are trying to say is that anything that's keeping you trapped in your life, anything that's making you feel like you can't be happy, that you can't enjoy yourself, anything that makes you feel limited, this is the time to let that go. You should feel as free as a dang bird here, Aries, coming into your month of March, because this is what your guides want for you. They want you to have that taste of freedom. They want you to feel freedom and to embrace a life where you are doing everything that makes you happy. Now, with the last card showing up here as the Fool card, that is the card of freedom. The Fool card is about doing what you want, going into the unknown, not having anything hold you back, not having any sort of strings attached. So what I feel here from your guides, what I feel like they're saying is that they want you to live your life with no strings attached. Stop feeling like you have to be involved in situations that don't make you happy, because you don't. You can be the Queen of Swords anytime you like, because the Queen of Swords is not necessarily an energy that's inherently evil. It's not evil. It's not negative. The Queen of Swords sometimes is called self-protection. The Queen of Swords sometimes is about your higher good. It's not always about being a bad person or ghosting people, you know? Sometimes you gotta let go of shit. And I think that this month, if it's going to teach you anything, it's going to teach you that letting go can be totally healthy. And letting go could actually attribute to your happiness and to a better, positive mental state, you know? So that's what I'm getting here from your spirit guides. I just feel like they don't want you to worry about letting go. Letting go is okay. It is your life. Really sit in your power and make decisions that are going to best be suited for you. Do not allow other people to make decisions for you, and do not allow other situations to keep you stuck when you are the person who rules your life. If you feel stuck, you could be the person to remove the roadblock. That's what they want to remind you about here, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at your overall outcome for March 2022. What is going to be the overall outcome here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout March 2022? What's going to be the overall outcome? And what do we got? We got here the King of Cups. I love it, man. King of Cups, very emotionally grounded, in a really good place on an emotional level. The King of Cups showing up here is going to be really good for you, because you're going to be in the best place emotionally that you felt in quite some time. We're talking about good moods. We're talking about being grounded. We're talking about not dealing with heartbreak, not dealing with low vibration, not being upset, but instead being really happy, okay? Because you worked really hard for this. Eight of Pentacles. So this is really good for you, Aries. Let's go ahead and get one more card for your outcome, okay? And what is that going to be? That's actually going to be the Eight of Pentacles again, okay? As I mentioned, Aries, you worked very hard for this. So, King of Cups here to the Eight of Pentacles. I like that. That's a good outcome, guys. You're going to be very emotionally grounded throughout the rest of this month, and at the end of the month, that's where you're going to be. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, you're going to be happy that hard work indeed paid off. I think that what's going on here is that, well, first things first, by the way, too, Eight of Pentacles plus the Two of Pentacles from the beginning of the tarot reading also creates the Ten of Pentacles, which is the card that represents massive stability. So this is a cool thing to see. 8 plus the 2 creates the 10. 10 of Pentacles is having a very stable, awesome month, a very good month surrounded by good situations and good people. So that's just another great omen to let you guys know that this month is about good vibes, it's about good energy, it's about being surrounded by good situations and seeing great things happen in your life. So I'm really happy to see that for you. But let's give you this overall review of the reading before we close off, and we'll go ahead and get started with that. So basically, in the beginning of the reading, guys, what I was picking up from you was a very grounded energy. You know, Six of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles. You had to remove yourself from some things in your life in order to be in a more grounded place. You know, as I've mentioned, Aries, if you've been in a toxic relationship, toxic friendships, if you've been surrounded by a working environment that just wasn't working for you, this is the month where you're taking control and you're kicking that stuff out of your life. You know, you don't owe anybody or anything. Point blank, period. So if something's not making you happy, or if something isn't helping you or aligning in your higher good, it doesn't need to be involved in your life. So you're reclaiming your power here and really removing yourself from what's holding you back. Now, I've mentioned for a few of you, Aries, if you're not physically removing yourself from anything this month, the universe might be doing it for you. And for another couple of you, Aries, if you've just been having a difficult or a rough time, this month could be the month where you reach calmer waters, where it feels like things are just working out for you effortlessly without you having to do nothing at all. So regardless, guys, I'm seeing a major mood boost and mood improvement based upon what you're dealing with. You're going to be dealing with that big old Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. It's about getting yourself back into an emotionally balanced place. The way that's happening for you is by removing, or essentially getting out of alignment with what's disrupting your balance, with what's disrupting your peace. So for example, if you leave your romantic partner who's toxic, you're not going to have your energy off balance anymore. If you leave a friendship that's toxic, you're not going to be off balance anymore either. You know, whatever kind of struggle or difficulty was there, if you walk away from it, it can no longer continue to cause any sort of whirlwind or windstorm, you know? In regards to where things are going, Queen of Swords here, Seven of Cups, you know? I think for a while, especially for the past couple of months on an emotional level, you've been dealing with something that's been incredibly draining. And it's gotten to the point where it's left you confused. What do I do? Do I stay in this draining situation or do I go? But you'll be receiving a massive amount of clarity here this month in March that it's okay to go. It's okay to detach. It's okay to leave anything right now that's just just not serving me or making me happy. Because your guides are trying to reinforce to you, you are the person with the power. You are the person that governs and rules your own life. So if anything's going on in your life that you're unhappy with, you have the power to detach from it, and you have the power to say what stays and what goes. And as for the outcome that's present, King of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, coming into the end of your month here, you're going to be looking really freaking good, guys. I feel like you're just going to be in a good space emotionally. You did everything you needed to do. The hardest part is over. The past couple months may have been difficult for you, dealing with situations that were burdensome. But now that those situations are out of your life, you're happy that you took the initiative here, Eight of Pentacles, to remove them in the first place, okay? Or you're happy that you're reaching calmer waters because things are suddenly working out for you, okay? So like I mentioned, guys, you might not be doing anything at all. For some of you Aries, you might not lift a finger this month, and the universe just does everything for you. For another group of you Aries, you know, things just suddenly may just be working out for you. But probably for the majority of you, I think you're just going to get really fed up right now with unstable situations. And it's going to drive you to say, you know what, I have outgrown dealing with this. I've outgrown dealing with unhealthy relationships. I've outgrown dealing with unhealthy friendships. I've outgrown dealing with a toxic work environment. And that really is kind of what's going to cause the majority of you Aries to take initiative here this month, to just say, fuck it, I'm letting go, you know? So Aries, nonetheless, really wonderful reading here. Happy to see all this good news for you. Happy to see you on such a great emotional place from the beginning of the month all the way to the end. Really good place emotionally. So happy to see that for you. But with that being said, thank you for tuning in. If this message resonates with you, let me know down in the comments down below. If it doesn't apply, don't worry about it. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. And with that being said, enjoy March, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Much love, Aries, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.